When I was very young, I went to visit my cousin, and he was in the Navy. And my grandparents and parents had told me all about World War II and everything. And it was full of patriotism and of course they had a more pre-civil rights era view. Was that I took in a lot of this. And when I did, when I went to visit my cousin, some of that just hit me. We saw the parades, we saw the people doing the swords. These guys would stand around and they would do all these marches and stuff, but they would take, one guy would stand in the middle and they would take these swords and all these guys would friggin' jab at this guy's neck. And I mean, they did it close too, and they did it. It was just a lot of pageantry and stuff, but it was impressive, especially to a 6-year-old, 7-year-old. And it was fun to go on vacation and meet my cousin and everything. But the thing that impressed me the most was when I was by this dock, standing there looking at the ships. My God, the ships looked like they were 10-story buildings and stuff. And I mean, there was rows and rows of them. Just amazing. So that was my first impression. Oh, when I grow up, the military can be cool. Okay? You know, it was perhaps a goal in life, something to aspire to, maybe a career, maybe a future life choice. Okay? Then I got into my teen years and I came disillusioned with the Cold War. I hated the Cold War. I was a rocker, I had long hair, I got influenced by videos and my friends and a loose and wild lifestyle, and I didn't want anything more to do with that. And I saw a Clockwork Orange when I was a kid too, and it was like, oh, this is just home. I don't know. It shocked me that the system could be bad. But then something happened. Ronald Reagan won the Cold War. The wall came down. We beat the Soviets. And now the world could be a better place. Finally, America take its place. Finally, truth, justice, and liberty can prevail. Finally, all the Cold War stuff would be ended. And yet, I still had the anti-war mindset. I didn't like it. I still didn't like the Cold War. Then came the first Gulf War. And I was like into rock and roll, and I saw the Rolling Stones anti-war video, and I was with my dad in a truck, and we were riding along, and I go, yeah, this war is bad, this is going to be just another Vietnam, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, be quiet. He goes, that video flopped, the Stones, and people are for the war. And I looked out, and we were in what I didn't realize was a parade of people with flags on their cars, and they were all honking and supporting each other. And you know what? For the first time in my life, I realized it felt good to feel good about being an American. It just hit me. I'm like, wow, hey, maybe we are doing the right thing. We're taking down tyrants. We could stop friggin' all the world's problems. The Cold War is over. This isn't a freaking useless war anymore. Maybe we can set right everything that happened with the Cold War, and we can have a better world. And I was great for that. I was like, wow, I got star-spangled eyes. That and Top Gun. Hey, it was happening. I thought, wow, this is it. This is really it. Okay, and that set me on the path right there, right? Then we had the Clinton years, blah, 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 blah. No, at first I didn't care. I think I voted for Ross Perot. I don't know. And I was going through a libertarian phase or something by then. And then I got to like the Clinton years. And then we had Bush. And I was like, this guy, he's going to be a ho-hum one term. Just like his dad. This is going to be kind of ho-hum, And then 9/11 happened. And it was like, okay, so then Bush was like, the war president. And screw everyone who freaking thought otherwise. And hey, for a while there, I was there. I'm a conservative atheist. That's why I call myself Republicanist, because I believe in a republic. But it's a lot of complex issues. So when I talk about freaking the war against terror and stuff like that, I'm not exactly a Fox News pundit. But at the same time, I can't help this feeling, but feel like we can't just fake liberate from places. We should be out really liberating places. Yellow ribbons should be on every tree. I like flags flying in the friggin' wind. I like the feeling of patriotism, and I still do. But I'll be damned if I'll just settle for this camp or that camp, or the freaking libertarians that jump back and forth between camps. I want a new camp. I want a camp that freaking people that love life, but love their country too. I want the truth, both truths. And I see them as truth. So, excuse me, peace on your knees is not liberty. It's tyranny. And I'll never abide it. Ever. Public is out.